This is BL70 from the house of Imalent, and as you know, Imalent makes some world's brightest flashlights. So this tiny flashlight can produce up to 6000 lumens of max brightness. So let's quickly unbox this and take a look. Hello everyone, welcome to ADC Glow and Gears. So today we have the BL70 from Imalent. This can produce up to 6000 lumens of max brightness, comes with a red emitter and a XHP 70.2 emitter, white emitter. So it also has an OLED display. So let's quickly unbox this and see what we get. Alright, so the first thing is we get the flashlight. Let's keep it aside. It comes in a nice soft foam, and then we have the accessory box. So let's see what we get in the box. The first thing is the lanyard. Then we have a generic USB-C to USB-C charging cable and an Imalent branded wire tag. And then we have the manual. So let's take a quick look into the manual. If I unfold the entire thing, this will be like a huge newspaper. Alright, so we have 10 lumens of moonlight mode, then we have maximum of 6000 lumens, then it will drop down to 1400 lumens. The turbo will last around 70 seconds, which is pretty nice. For 1 minute 10 seconds it will last. And then we have a red emitter which can produce up to 100 lumens of brightness, which is excellent. So the max beam distance is 347 meters and it's a 1.5 meter impact resistant and IP68 water and dust resistant. Alright, so let's keep this aside. So this is the lanyard and it has two balls. Looks like two metal balls or metal spaces, which is nice. Alright, here's the BL70. Looks pretty amazing, and I should say that it feels like it is from some future sci-fi movie. And this surface looks like plastic, but this is metal, so it's gonna help you to dissipate heat very well. And then you have the leather-like wrapping, which feels nice to hold. And then you have a OLED display here. You have a secondary switch. This is your primary switch, and then you have the Type-C charging port. Okay, this is pretty tight, hardly bends. One way it's good, it won't allow the dust and water to go inside. So let's peel off the cover. Okay, so we have a smooth reflector, XHP 70.2 emitter. It looks like it has 4 chip baked into one die, and then you have the red emitter. I'm not sure what sort of emitter is that. You can see it's pretty nice. You can see the chip. Alright, so to power it on, you have to press this button. Okay, it's lock mode. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's unlock now. So let's start with this button. So if I press and hold, it does nothing. If I click once, it starts in 10 lumen moonlight mode. And you can't cycle through any of this. It will a single click will enable the moonlight on this. Switch it off. Double click will enable the red light. It's pretty bright, very bright. Double click, it starts the red strobe. Single press, switch it off. Press and hold to start the moonlight, and if I double press, it will enable the red light along with the moonlight on the main emitter. So switch it off, so it turns off both the primary and the LED, red LED. So from the back, if I hold it like a tactical flashlight, if I press once, it starts with 10 lumen, which is the moonlight mode. Press and hold. Sorry. Press and hold. It will cycle through multiple modes or multiple brightness. So press and hold. It starts from 10 lumen. Press and hold goes to 200 lumen. Press and hold goes to 600, 1400, 3000 lumens. That's pretty darn bright. And if you double press, that's 6000 lumens. My goodness, I can easily feel the heat in my palm, and you can see it is running down quickly. Probably if I continue to hold this on this brightness, on the turbo, it will step down, and it is already showing that the battery is consuming very high. So let me switch it off, switch it back on. It goes to 3000 because it has memory mode. So press and hold, goes back to 10 lumen. Double press, directly goes to turbo. So as per the box, it doesn't have a strobe. So let me cycle through the modes once again. Press and hold does nothing. Single click will allow you to go to moonlight mode. Press and hold cycles through your 200, 600, 1400 and 3000 lumens, and then back to 10 lumens. Double press will take you directly to turbo. So if I double press, okay, so this does have strobe, but for some reason it is not mentioned on the website or in the manual, which is pretty strange. All right, so I can feel the heat is coming down from this, and because of this, it's not going to burn your hand, but it is going to get hot pretty soon if you run this on turbo. So let's go outside and see how the beam shot looks. All right, so today we have Imalent BL70. So it's a pocket rocket, you can say. It's completely made out of metal. So it has a XHP 70.2 emitter manufactured by CREE. It has a really nice smooth reflector, and it also has a red emitter. So we can see the brightness on this particular OLED screen. So here is the OLED screen. So if I press that button, we get into moonlight mode. So I don't think the camera is able to pick up that moonlight mode, which is 10 lumen. So let me go to the main tactical button. So this is the 10 lumen. Press and hold. This is 200 lumen. Press and hold. So this is 600 lumen. Press and hold. This is 1400 lumens, and it's a really nice reflector, and the emitter is amazing. So it's putting out a good flood, and it does have a hotspot, you can see, but the hotspot is pretty large, so it is almost getting with the spill. So press and hold. This is the 3000 lumens, and if I double press, it goes to 6000 lumens. You can see it's in 6000 lumen, and it is depleting the battery very quickly. So let me put it down. So 3000 lumens back to 10 lumens. Let me take a quick walk. So this is press and hold 200 lumens. Press and hold 600 lumens. Press and hold 1400 lumens. Press and hold 3000 lumens. Going at 10 lumens. If I double click, this is 6000 lumens, and it's pretty damn bright. The hotspot is pretty large. You can see the hotspot is pretty large, and you have a bit of a spill, but because of the large hotspot, you hardly get to see the spill, but it is there. It is there. So you can see it's pretty bright. So let me switch to the red emitter, and you can see it's pretty bright. So this will definitely help you with the to keep your night vision intact. This is really nice. And the best part is you can use both the emitters together. So right now the uh, red emitter is on. So if I click, so let me switch it, dial it down. Now you can see the red and the white emitter both are on together. Which is pretty awesome. And I can see two cards over there, and their reflectors are reflecting really bright with this red emitter. All right, so let me come back. My goodness, the brightness. And the moment I hit the turbo, it gets really hot. And there's a countdown on your screen. If you can see, let me quickly grab it, double click, and you can see it is showing 6000 lumens, and it will show the battery. So the moment you drop below 3 volt, it will switch off the turbo and go back to the previous known brightness. And I can see it is getting pretty hot, very hot, and I can feel the hot temperature is getting transferred from the head to the body. All right, so here is our Imalent BL70. So let's head back inside. All right, so you saw the beam shot and how it looks outdoor in the dark. So you saw the beam pattern of this main emitter and the red light, which is pretty amazing. This red light gives you a really good night vision. It helps you to retain your night vision, and I did not believe my eye when I saw this in the highest the turbo, how good the beam quality and the throw is. And the size of this is really small. I can see it fits my palm really well. And if you see, okay, switch it off. So this is an 18650 cell. So you can see this also has an 18650 non-replaceable, but I think you can replace them. If you unscrew this and take out the button from here, you can probably see the 18650 cell which you have inside. So this is the size of the 18650, and this is a 21700 battery. So it's slightly larger than a 21700 cell, and you can see the size comparison of those. So it's pretty nifty what you get for this particular size, and the performance was outstanding. I was not able to gauge initially that if it's going to be any good, because it doesn't matter if your flashlight is 1000 lumens or 6000 lumens. If the reflector and the emitter quality is not that great, it's not going to do much on the ground, right? But Imalent has done a fantastic job with this small flashlight, which produces a really bright light and a very nice focused beam, which has a nice focus hotspot and a really nice spill along with that. This switch is something which I didn't quite like because it's slightly mushy and doesn't have a good feedback. This switch is slightly better in terms of the feedback, but this feels really mushy and it doesn't click properly, and it has a slight play to it. But I think you can ignore that. Apart from that, I feel this is a very good flashlight. But just be mindful that when you are using the turbo, it's going to get really hot and the heat is going to transfer from the head towards the body. So just be mindful of that. And if you are storing this in your pouch or in a bag, just make sure that you lock this, because it will definitely burn a hole if you accidentally get turned on in your pocket or in your pouch. All right, so to wrap it up, it's a fantastic little light, and I'm pretty impressed with the performance this tiny flashlight can do. So if you have any question, please let me know. I'll try to help you out. I will add the official link to purchase this in the description. And if you have any suggestion or any specific flashlight you want to see and to be reviewed, please do leave a comment. And if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. And if you are liking the content of this channel, please feel free to subscribe so that I can spread more videos to EDC lovers like you guys. And thank you for watching. You have a great day.